All right, here's a review from Michelle. All right, so I just watched this movie, Charlie Countryman. Its extended title is The Necessary Death of Charlie Countryman. And the star of the movie was Shia LaBeouf. That's why I chose to watch it, because he's hot. And it's an indie film. So anyway, this is what happens. The beginning of the movie is actually the end of the movie, and it shows him strung up by his ankle, hanging over a dam, and his face is all beat up and bloody and everything. And then someone shoots, and he falls into the dam, and it's, he's all underwater. Then, as the movie begins, he's like coming up out of the tub, and his dad's like, "Come on, it's time." So they go to the hospital. His mother is in the hospital on life support. I don't know what happened to her. I don't think she had cancer or anything. I don't know what happened. But they had rushed her out the house. So maybe, I don't know. She had hair, so I don't know. But in any event, so they're about to take her off life support. He's spazzing out because, of course, you would if your mom was being taken off life support. He goes to the hallway. Well, when they do it, he sees like her soul come out of her. It's like a little blue thing. And so he runs to the hallway and sits down. And he's like got his head in his hands. And then he looks up and she's like sitting beside him. And he's like, "Mom, what should I do?" And she's like, "Go to Bucharest." So he decides to go to Bucharest because his mom told him to. And he's there. He's on the plane and he meets this guy from Romania named Victor. And the guy basically tells him something deep. What does he tell him? He said, oh yeah, so the guy told him that he came to Chicago to watch the Cubs play. And he was just like, "Why do you want to see the Cubs? Because they suck." I don't know much about baseball, but I think the Cubs suck too. Because that's just what I've heard. And he's like, "I like the Cubs because they remind me of Romania. Like, we suck too." He didn't really say that, but basically that's what he was trying to say, in my opinion. But he said, "It's problems that make us who we are that give us character." I like that because it's true. Like, people with no problems have no character. Really, they don't. So anyway, they're having a good conversation, blah, blah, blah. Then the guy winds up dying on the plane ride there. And Charlie can't get into another seat because it's a fully booked flight. But anyway, so then the dead guy, he doesn't come back to life, but I guess his little spirit tells him to also, like, "Hey, I want you to give this gift to my daughter and tell her this, that, and the third." So anyway, Charlie winds up seeing the daughter at the airport, and he tells her whatever the man told her to tell him, and it was weird. And anyway, he's all in love with her, following her around, blah blah blah. In summary, oh yeah. So anyway, she plays cello. She was married to a Romanian gangster. He doesn't want to let go of her. She tells her ex-husband gangster that Charlie's gay. Of course, he finds out that he's not because he keeps stalking her around. Both of them, but she likes Charlie best. I don't know. I'm just gonna summarize it. It was a bad movie. It's just bad. It was just too much friggin' drama going on. It was just corny. It was really corny. A gangster is in love with her. Her dad had a video of him. The dude was living over, like, first of all, I kind of tuned out. I lost interest because I didn't understand what they were saying. I probably should have put subtitles on because most of the people in the movie had an accent. I think the only one who sounded like an American was Charlie, his dad, and his mom, and that was toward the beginning of the movie. So the rest of it was just listening to people like, and that sucks. What else? Yeah, I just don't like corny love stories like that. Like, she used to play the cello all the time, and her husband Nigel slept in a something above her house, getting well after his injuries, probably from doing thug stuff. And he fell in love with her playing the music, and so she fell in love with him because he fell in love with her. But then she found out he was a thug, and she didn't want to be with him anymore. And her dad had a video of him shooting some people who were sitting around the table in the head, and he was gonna give it to the police. And then toward the end, she was like going to tell Nigel, I don't know anything about this tape. Then Shia comes and ruins and is like, I saw the tape of you, trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do, get killed. I don't know what his whole point was. It didn't make any sense. Like, what are you going to do? You have on the same clothes the whole movie. How are you going to save her? You don't even know anything about Bucharest. But in the end, he sees his mama's spirit again. And she was like, man, I meant to say Budapest. I didn't want you to go to Bucharest. So, I think the moral of the story is something from the Bible. What does the Bible say? Don't listen to spirits. Don't listen to dead spirits. Because clearly they are from Satan, and they are trying to lead you to places where you should not be. You should have just stayed at home and did his grieving. Another moral of the story is, you gotta let people go. Once you find out they got like a crazy ex or something, yeah, I mean, first you don't even really just know her like that. So you don't even know her. And then, I really think he was just trying to get over the loss of his mother. He should have done that naturally, not try to wind up getting killed. But as the movie goes, it looks like they fell in love and stayed together at least for another week. He'll probably have to go back home. Definitely have to go back home. So yeah, that was my review of The Death of Charlie Countryman. Don't watch it at all. It sucks.